Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Data Society's series. Today we have with us Ameya, who is a technology consultant at Deloitte. Maybe just to start off, Ameya, do you mind introducing yourself?
Perfect. Thanks, Ahmed. Hi, everyone. My name is Ameya Rane, and I'm a technology consultant in Deloitte. I've been working with Deloitte for the past 3 years now. Um I've been in Ireland for the good part of 3 years. Did my master's in UCD in computer science, uh, and then I joined Deloitte as an intern first, and then they kept me on the graduate role. Outside work, I really love to play football. I support Manchester United. If anyone here supports Manchester United, you already have brownie points from me. I love playing the guitar, reading books, and loads of other hobbies. I actually have a table tennis table downstairs, so lockdown hasn't been so bad for me. Uh, yeah, but that's about me.
Great. Sorry, I was trying to get off mute there.
Classic.
Yeah, yeah. The next question we have here is, could you tell us a bit about what your work is like as a tech consultant?
Perfect. Um, Let me just start off by saying that no 2 days are the same for me. Um, Most of my work is revolved around problem solving. I work with clients, and we have a client team, we have a Deloitte team, we have uh, integration of different teams or different people from different departments within Deloitte, and a combination of different people from banking, from say the bank, or from any of the clients working together to solve some problems. Uh, as I said, no 2 days are the same for me. Someday it could be project management, someday it could be revolved around coding, improving some process, and just having fun.
Brilliant. And could you tell us about some of maybe the tools or technologies that you use quite regularly at work? Maybe some that you might use across different engagements.
Of course. Um, well, we have projects that involve various different kinds of tools that we need to use. It all depends on what the client requirements are and what is the best tool support that it can support the client requirements. So right now, I am developing a solution in SAS. We are looking to build. We are trying to go have something built in Python, which can interact with the Hadoop environment, so that we have multiple processing. uh, it's just to improve our processing time. Apart from that, I've worked with VBA, with Access, SQL, and MySQL Server, and various different other tools. uh, some of our projects also involve R, Python, Scala, say Java, and many other tools.
Thanks for that, Amia. Sounds interesting. Maybe this is kind of internship season now, and I know that you joined Deloitte on a work placement at the start.
Hmm.
So yeah, as I said, many students from UCD will be joining Deloitte on internships soon, either in the summer or as a 6 month starting next month. So what do you recommend to them in order to give a good impression and maybe land a graduate job after that?
So I my advice to them would be, make good use of the 3 months. They do not expect you to know everything. You're fresh out of college. They know you're learning. You still have a few terms or a few semesters to go through. The best thing you can do is learn more about Deloitte and what kind of work they do. um, those 3 months are technically to give you a flavor of what kind of work we do, what kind of projects we have, what kind of clients we work with, and what the work is involved on a daily basis, just to get you into the flavor of what consulting is all about. So my advice would be to go around talking to people. Deloitte is just a very flat organization. Even your partner, your director, all your senior management is just one phone call, one Skype IM away, and they're always available. It's a very, very flat organization. So the best thing you could do is have a chat with someone. Put some time in the diaries, even say 15 minutes. have a coffee with them, just get to know what they do, what kind of work they do, and what kind of clients they have worked with, and just get to know their experience.
Brilliant. So our next question, obviously, it looks like you did a master's, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, like, given the job climate at the minute, we're seeing a lot more students considering masters than probably any other year. What kind of could you tell us a little bit about your masters to start?
Sure. So I did my master's in computer science with specialization in data science. What led me to data science is my uh, it goes back to my undergrad years, where in the final year of my undergraduation we had a project, uh, and it counted for a good grade. So and I had no idea what to do. So we had a group of four, and we were trying to go through different topics, thinking about what to do. Uh, and I was surfing Kaggle for a data set that I can use to say just build something around. And I came across this airline data set where they had data about airlines from 1980 to just about 30 years or so. And the interesting part of that is I came across this machine learning algorithm called C4.5, which was developed by Ross Kenlin. And I just started reading about what that algorithm does. And the interesting fact about that, you could let your computer learn something and then show it unseen data which it can predict on. It really interested me, and that's why I decided to follow my passion into say the data science, the machine learning field. And what better place to do it than UCD?
Brilliant. And I guess just a follow-on question on that,
Uh-huh.
for those students who might be considering masters now, when do you think is the right time to do a master's? If now isn't, like, is there another opportunity maybe later in the career? How does it affect your career progression?
The right answer to this is there is there's always a good time to learn. Like, you never stop learning, even if you're doing a master's. Even if you decide not to do your master's, there's always learning. Even on the job, if outside the job, you always you have to keep up with the time. So even I had people with in my batch, I had people who had 10 years of experience, 7 years of experience, and me coming straight out of college, straight out of my undergrad, with no experience. So you have a complete array of people with different backgrounds, with different kinds of experiences. And there is actually no better good time. It depends on your passion. If you think you have a field that you want to specialize in, and it makes sense to have that this you want to learn more about that field, and it's going to help you in your career, definitely go for it.
Thanks, Amia. I was going through your LinkedIn there, and I saw that you had previous experience in the banking industry. So, do you mind just telling us what would a computer slash data scientist do in an environment such as banking? It's more a financial kind of environment. What kind of work
Exactly.
would be involved?
So within the banking industry, you definitely have sensitive data. So you have to be very, very concerned about what kind of models you prepare, because you cannot just simply use customer data or sensitive data to build your models. Basically, in the banking, one good example to think about where machine learning could be used is customer marketing, where you have your customer data, their spending habits, what kind of things they want to buy. uh, have a nice model that predicts what that can help you strategize your marketing strategy, so that you can increase your business. So that's one place where the banking industry uses say data science and machine learning stuff.
Thanks, Anya, for that. Something that maybe I'm struggling to imagine of how I will be doing in the future is keeping up to date with all the new technologies that come up. So obviously, currently I'm learning the technologies that are in use right now in college, but probably in 5 years, even the technologies will be very
Of
different
course.
to now. So, what have you done and you are doing right now to ensure that you're, on top of all the new technologies that are out?
Yeah, but I'll just start off by saying that it's not easy to learn everything, and no one is expecting you to know everything about everything. So it's just if you have the interest, if you have the passion, what I do or what my technique is to keep up with the times is I keep doing courses on Udemy. So there are very good courses on Udemy, say by Josie Potia or someone with a data science stuff, where they explain, they keep you up with the times. They explain what is new in, say, Python, say R. Right now I'm doing this course where I'm trying to learn about video augmentation and trying to segment video data from audio data and how to build models on video data. So it's completely upon your upon your interest, upon your passion. uh, like for instance, I do not use this video or say video augmentation or the audio segmentation in my day-to-day job, but it is something I'm really passionate about and I really want to learn about. So that's how you try to keep up with the times. And again, I'll repeat that no one expects you to know everything about everything. So if you um, if you know Python, you can easily pick up R. If you know R, you can easily do Python. It's just like that.
So this next question is about how have you found how have you found that Deloitte has adapted to working from home? Do you think there'll be any kind of long term changes to the company or the industry as a whole because of COVID?
I believe yes. We have adapted very well. So we have been serving clients throughout the pandemic, throughout the lockdown. As soon as the pandemic hit and we knew we were going to into a lockdown state, Deloitte provided us with laptops with all the necessary stuff we would require to work from home. Uh, we have laptop razors, keyboards, mouses, all the monitors, and everything. They provided everything to help us help us continue working and serving clients. Apart from that, if you think about the changing model, I believe we have already adopted a sort of a new model where we are partly working from home. Some of the people are working from the offices, uh, but most of us are working from home, and we are still in business. So uh, it's we have adopted, and I think this model might work going forward.
Thanks, Amia. A question that a bit general, and I would love to hear your opinion on it. Is obviously tech consulting in general is kind of a new field of consulting, and it's a growing one. And where do you see technology going in terms of consulting and the impact that it will have in the future?
That's a very good question, actually. See, technology is not going anywhere in the next, say, 100 years or so. We are getting so used to working with laptops, with our mobiles, with any device. Even a new Alexa is all about technology. So um, I believe that with improving or with growing technology, consulting will also grow with the same rate. People will look for new processes with new technologies coming on. People will start looking for new people who can try to improve their processes or marry their processes with the new technologies. So technology consulting will definitely grow with time. It's just a matter of how much it will grow with, say, with the changing technologies, with the changing with people adopting different kinds of stuff, with, say, even the new mobiles that are coming out, say, where you now you don't even need your handheld device. It's just going to be show up on your wrist. I mean, we are evolving, and I think technology consulting will also evolve.
So our next question is from Aoife here in the chat. I'll just bring it up on screen. She asked, are there any key technical or personal skills that students interested in data analytics or consulting should focus on developing in university?
Good question, Aoife. Thanks for that question. I'll start off with the technical skills. Yes, in consulting, we do appreciate having technical skills, but again, it's not required. You always can learn. What is more important in consulting is your ability to learn and your eagerness to learn. Um, Coming to personal skills, you should have, say, a good communication skills, good presentation skills. Something you can work on is, as I said, the presentation skills. It's a very good thing to have. Also, do some public speaking, some leadership skills, and whenever you come into the interview, a good advice I would give is to always support your answers with some examples.
Thanks for that, Amia. The nature of consulting is you work with different clients, obviously from time to time, and those clients can be from different sectors. So as a tech consultant, how do you handle this? Do you need to do like for example, read up on the sector that of the new client that you're going to be working with, and how quickly do you pick up that industry?
Good question. Um, so what Deloitte has done is we have a central repository of various different projects that we have been involved with different clients. So say if I were to start on a new client from from a very different industry, I know I have something to look back on. So I can just go through the central repository, look at the projects that we had, what kind of work was involved, what kind of things we delivered. And the best part of Deloitte is the people. You can always reach out to people who have previously worked with, say, that client or in that industry, and whatever questions you have, they always are there to help you out.
So we've just a few more questions left for you. One of them here is, could you tell us a little bit about what led you to Deloitte specifically? I know you touched on a little bit there, but could you tell us about your favorite parts of Deloitte and maybe living in Dublin as a city as well as a professional?
Yeah. So why I chose Deloitte is a very interesting question, because so when I joined UCD, and in the second week, I came to know that we have this careers portal, which I was completely unaware of, and and then I found out in the second week that already companies have started posting their positions on the careers portal, and by that time I did not even have my CV or anything ready. So I went onto the careers portal. I just uploaded the CV I had from my from that I had uploaded to UCD as well, and I just luckily got in an interview with Deloitte. It was actually the only company and the first company that I had applied to. And in the next month, I had my interview with Deloitte. It went very smoothly. Very nice people took my interviews, and within the next week, I was placed. I mean, I had an offer in hand. Uh, and To be honest, I really did not know anything about consulting at that time. It's only when I went into for the interview that I found out that such a world already also exists, where you have people working for clients. And What really I appreciate about Deloitte is, um your role keeps on switching. Like, you're not doing the same kind of work every day. You are so the way I see it is, you are no longer stagnated. you're you you evolve with time. You work on various different technologies. One day, right now I'm working with SAS. The next day I might be working with Python. The very next day I'll be working doing dashboards in Power BI or Tableau. So that is something that excites me, like something that I know I'm moving with time, and also I am getting different roles. If you are interested in, say, project management, one day you could just go back to your senior manager and tell him that I am interested in a project management role, and they do everything in their power to give you roles that you are interested in. So that is what something that excites me and I love about Deloitte.
Thanks, Amia. There's a related question to what you were just saying in the chat there. So from Eva.
Mhm.
She's asking what makes Deloitte stand out as an interesting and dynamic place to work compared to other professional service firms.
Like I said, Eva, thanks for that question. Actually, um, Deloitte is a very flat organization. I'm just going to repeat that, but it truly is. So you could reach out to your partner, your director, and have a chat, have a coffee with them, get to know what they do, and if you have any issues, or even be it of course work related or even personal, they are you have someone there. Uh, to to stress upon that point, I come from India, and I've been here for the last 3 years. But and Deloitte has made me realize that I have sort of a work related family here to look after me. Like, they treat you as one of their own. So that's what something that I love about Deloitte, and it's really interesting.
Okay, so we have one final question here for you from Same. He asked, according to you, what is the best and most user-friendly computer language for coding? And I guess you could contextualize that to your experience in tech consulting at Deloitte.
Right. Thanks for that, Samay. I'd say so. Previously, before I even jumped into the world of Python, I was an avid Java developer. So I really love developing in Java. I used to spend hours coding and doing some project of mine in Java. But when I started learning, it's actually when I came to UCD that I found out that I started learning Python. And I would say Python is very user friendly and very easy to code in. They've made it very very easy to say even create your procedures and create your classes and everything. So and you have so many libraries to fall back on. uh, you have an issue, that there's someone who has already solved it. So, and the community is really really vast. So according to me, I'd say Python is one of the best and user friendly computer languages to code.
Thank you for the answer. And I personally agree. I think Python is the most user-friendly language and the most fun to code in as well.
Yeah.
A final question from me, if there is no other questions in the chat, is you know how you said obviously you can't know every single technology on the planet. So when you go to clients, how do you, especially if you're fresh out of college, how do you know what technology suits their needs and decide that okay, for this client I'm going to use this technology?
Good. That's a very interesting question. Sometimes what we do is we have POCs, or which is proof of concepts, already built to demonstrate to the client that with this technology achieve this, with this technology we could achieve this. So what we do is we try to analyze every different technology and what its advantages and disadvantages are. It's in the end it's up to the client to decide what technology to go with. Sometimes it all comes down to, say, the budgeting, the or what is already available in the client, with the client. Say the client is already using one of the technologies and doesn't want to go the other way. We are stuck. So we try to go along that path and try to build with that technology. So these POCs really help to, channel our pitch to the client and say this is what our solution would look like. Yeah, that's how it is.
Perfect. I think that's it. We don't have any more questions from the chat, so we can wrap up. So thank you very much, Amia, for joining us
No
on the
problem.
talk. And thanks, Emma, for the nice comments. And we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.